Hello, and welcome to another episode in Onfleet's partnership series. Today, we are talking with Jonathon Darwish, who has been a sales leader at Onfleet for 2 years. His experience focuses on a few verticals, one of which is construction and building materials. Hey, Jonathon, welcome, and did I get that all right?
Thanks for the introduction, Stephen, and excited to chat with you today. Yep, you've got that right. I've been with Onfleet for the past 2 years, and prior to that, spent about 5 years focused on other retail technology. At Onfleet, I get to connect with retailers of all types that are looking to make improvements to their last mile delivery operations. And, it's really, our focus to make it easy for them to offer fast, affordable, and delightful delivery to their customers. We're seeing a lot of adoption and excitement in the construction and building materials sector. I'm so excited to chat more about that today.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like the construction industry holds a lot of potential to benefit from Onfleet's platform. So for starters, tell me what you found to be the main concern for customers in that space.
Yeah, and it sounds simple, but most often the concerns of our customers begin with just a simple ask for a more integrated or streamlined way to handle their delivery operations. When we talk about this industry, we're talking about one that isn't known for being quite the fastest to adopt new technologies. That means that, really complex routing scenarios and delivery reporting are still being done manually, and that's across really companies of all sizes. We get common kind of sentiment at the start of these conversations that, we know this is a gap for us. It's an area that we'd like to focus on, and we've been doing this manually for just too long. So, not having a connected or modern system is really kind of a concrete example of, boots on the ground or drivers not knowing what's happening at a branch or store level and vice versa. So this and just general supply chain considerations and material availability are critical when you consider the amount of moving parts associated with any project in this space. And that goes really for delivery directly to the weekend DIYer, commercial and residential projects, as well as providing on-demand, large-scale building materials to contractors that are in the field. Time is money for any of these jobs, and if you're on a tight timeline and budget, anything that we can do to make delivery more predictable and more reliable equates to savings and efficiency at the job site.
And you sort of talked about different types of job sites or different sizes. Can you talk to me about how Onfleet caters to maybe smaller customers like DIY, like you said, versus how it can serve a much larger operation?
Absolutely. And we definitely, span, supporting customers of all sizes in this space. Most commonly we're helping, customers that maybe, operate in, multiple markets or just one market potentially just with a few drivers that are looking to get, parts or construction materials to their customers same day. So, we don't want our customer to leave their home or leave a location to come to our store. We'd rather have somebody deliver it to them. So really an exciting piece that we've seen, smaller companies leverage really well. And then, of course, you can see kind of how that multiplies into, customers that have fleets all over the country that are doing high volume in those markets. So then we're talking about, more complex routing scenarios and higher volume, all run right through the Onfleet program.
Right. And I mean, we're talking about a marketplace that'll soon be over $1 trillion in the US with, literally tons of moving parts. So tell me, what features have your customers found to be most helpful?
Yeah, and really this part comes down to project visibility. We're luckily in a position to give our customers end-to-end visibility through a really easy to use web-based dashboard that's most often connected right to our customers' ERP systems. So now, we're talking about multiple, kind of integrated solutions that are all talking to each other. So it just kind of makes a little bit more sense to have that communication between these partners. Now, what that really looks like is that project managers, sales reps, customer service teams alike are all now seeing live updates to job status, driver locations, ETAs provided by the Onfleet routing engine. And this is all, information that's typically unattainable without an integrated solution like this. When we highlight this to a team that manages, 30, 50, again, 100 drivers in a market or across multiple markets, we always get similar responses. The sentiment is, you mean I can see where a driver is and how long until they show up to a delivery without having to call them and ask what's going on? And so, at that point, that's the moment that clicks for a dispatcher that's gone through this process manually for just way too long. And we make all of this really easy to access. We learn from your business every single day. We adapt the ETA calculations based on your actual historical deliveries. So, how long has your driver spent at that job site so that we can know that for next time. And overall, that added visibility we share is great internally. We're talking about, more visibility for your own operations and delivery program team. But it's really impactful when you share it directly with the end recipient to provide, again, a modern delivery experience. As consumers, I think we can all admit we're so used to seeing these text-based alerts on our deliveries when we order pizza or groceries. And now with Onfleet, we can make it easy for construction companies and building material companies to share those same ETAs and tracking links with their customers expecting their materials. And this means that teams on site of all sizes can make more accurate and more intelligent business decisions with of course more confidence too. And this is coming at a time when e-commerce purchasing is no longer a choice, but it's most often the choice that customers are making. We're seeing the big shift in consumer appetites for modern tracking and visibility, spill over from industries we expected to see this, like restaurant and grocery again, to those that we initially didn't, like construction. And so it's really cool for us to be a part of that from the software side.
Yeah, and so that's interesting. I mean, I'm curious, when you say that it's become, not just a choice, but the choice, is that sort of the way that it has been heading for a while, or is that sort of a product of how much has changed and how much has gone online over the last year?
It's definitely underway, and I think sometimes we think that certain industries are again slower to move than others. Whether it has been brought to sort of the point where customers can interact with some of these modern experiences or not. Companies all over are evaluating this internally to see how they can take their delivery program to the next level. So it's happening. I think just like again other industries that have adopted this. And are rolling it out rapidly, we're all going to kind of blink and be at that next stage where, all of our goods are seeing kind of, additional visibility and additional transparency with, what's taking place with a delivery.
Sticking with the topic of the customers and the difference that it makes for them, what kind of efficiency or cost improvements are they seeing when they adopt Onfleet?
Yeah, and efficiency gains, depend slightly on whether our customers are moving from, a third-party delivery model, so working with a delivery service provider, for example, or if they're just modernizing their in-house delivery program that's already up and running. But generally, across the board, immediately, 20 to 40% efficiency gain in reduction in fuel cost, just due to working with Onfleet to plan, again, more intelligent and more impactful routes for the team. So, one of the big and really interesting concerns that a lot of our customers had is, a lot of the sites that they deliver to or the locations that they're dropping off goods are new builds or potentially don't have physical addresses. Working with, a modern solution like Onfleet, just to be able to navigate to an accurate latitude and longitude means that, drivers can reach their destination and save a lot of time. So even that's one area that kind of day one our customers are finding value. Once drivers get to their destination, we equip them with really powerful proof of delivery options. So drivers can take photos to record the quality of the goods that they delivered, or scan barcodes to ensure that they grab the right items off the truck. So all of this is conveniently within the Onfleet mobile application, so we can cut down the amount of time that drivers spend at each location. And then other, just general partnerships with companies in the telematics and driver behavior space, means that our customers are finding ways to, of course, pay attention to driver safety, reduce accidents on the road, and just contribute to general cost reduction of their insurance across their delivery fleet.
Just real quick, one thing you mentioned, what kind of fuel savings did you say? What percentage?
Yeah, usually about 20 to 40%. And that really stems from Onfleet being involved in the routing process. So using real traffic data and using real, service time, from that customer to improve the routing the next time around.
Yeah, that just sounds like a huge number just from optimizing the routes that you take. But clearly, that kind of data and stuff makes a real difference. Where can people go if they're interested, and what kind of trials do you guys offer?
I think you're right about that. It's really an exciting time for the industry as a whole, and we're seeing a huge shift towards this modernization of the space, and it points toward really a new model or new opportunity for how to be successful in the industry. Those that adapt a modern tool for delivery management are seeing an exciting edge as they look to stay competitive. Onfleet.com/construction is a great starting point, has a direct link to sign up for a free trial of Onfleet, and then you can connect with myself or one of our other Onfleet team members, and we can help you get set up.
Okay, that's onfleet.com/construction to check out that trial and how Onfleet can benefit your construction business. Jonathon, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, Stephen. Great to chat.